Nigeria is going to the polls today in one of the most crucial elections in the nation's history. Security is tight across the country where voting has sometimes been followed by violence. Nigerians are hoping for better economic times as they choose their new president and lawmakers. Here's a report.
Nigerians flocked to a market in northern Kano State on Friday, stocking up on food and essentials ahead of Saturday's election. In Africa's most populous country, voting has sometimes been followed by violence. The presidential and parliamentary poll is also expected to be one of Nigeria's closest. Potato seller Orwal Usman Ahmed said people don't know what the outcome will be.
So that is why many people they used to come and buy their goods in order to save themselves, because they don't know what is going to be out of the election.
Businesses and markets traditionally close on voting day in Nigeria. Security agencies have announced restrictions on the movement of vehicles. Esther David is a civil servant.
We are not afraid because we have all prayed and the Lord has already answered us.
In Kano, violence has flared in the past after results were announced. On the other side of the country, in southeastern Anambra State, nurse Nora Ejike was among last-minute shoppers before markets closed. She said that though she has the money in her account, she wasn't able to buy what she wanted. Sellers were demanding cash, which is in short supply after the central bank withdrew old Naira bills from circulation. Ejike says she's worried about post-election violence.
It's not going to be easy. We just put it in God's hands, although we know that there is definitely going to be killings.
Anambra suffers separatist and gang violence. That's just one part of widespread insecurity that also includes jihadist militants in the country's northeast and armed bandits in the northwest. It's one of the main issues for voters, although the army and police have promised a peaceful election.
All right, so these are the pictures ahead of elections that are going to take place in Nigeria today. This is a crucial election for Nigeria. It is seeing three contenders now. This is for the first time in Nigeria's modern history that there will be three contenders in the election. It's also, political pundits are saying, a contest that is closer than ever. So who will emerge victorious is the big question. Nigeria is electing its president as well as lawmakers. So those crucial elections are going to open in a short while from now in Nigeria. We'll be joined by our correspondent from there through the day as those elections take place in Nigeria. Security is an issue there in Nigeria, and we've seen voter turnout falling over the years. So we'll have to wait and see how the security issue is. But let's take all these questions to our correspondent Louisa joining us from Lagos. Louisa, you know, it's a tightly fought race dominated by three political veterans. Tell us how crucial, and some would say peculiar, is this election for Nigeria, and what are the issues on voters' minds?
Well, as you can see, Nigerians are just waking up to elections this morning. Main elections to start at exactly 8:30 a.m. Nigerian time, and I'm one of the polling units here, Ward 4 in Ikorodu. It's really an interesting time in Nigeria today because it has been described by observers as one of the most keenly contested elections. Like you rightly said in your introduction, we're used to a two-horse race, since independence, and this year we're having three. I mean, some would even argue that it is four. We have the leading contenders, Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC, Atiku Abubakar of the PDP, and of course the third force, Peter Obi from the Labour Party. It has also been described as an election for the young people. As of the 93 million Nigerians eligible voters for this year, 40% of that number are young persons under age 34, and they are coming all out to vote from all of the things that have been happening, from the anger, from the NSAS, the scarcity of the Naira and all of that. So they're all out to exercise their franchise today. And hopefully we pray and hope that everything will pan out well. And at the end of the day, a winner, the best man, will win.
Louisa, keep tracking those developments for us for the moment. Thanks very much for joining us from Lagos.